The Billionaire Prep School Secret. The winter skyline of Boston shimmered like broken crystal beyond the towering windows of Blackton Academy, a boarding school built for heirs, politicians' children, and future billionaires. Snow drifted across the stone country yards, while luxury cars lined the circular driveway beneath glowing iron lanterns. Inside the academy, wealth breathed through every hallway, marble staircases curved like ribbons beneath chandelier imported from Prague, and students moved through the corridors dressed in tailored coats that cost more than Maya Bennett's mother earned in a year. Maya never belonged there. She knew it every morning when she crossed the polished floors in second-hand boots and watched girls with diamond bracelets whispered behind manicured hands. Her scholarship had made her invisible to some students and offensive to others. Yet Harper Lane had never treated her differently. Harper laughter could warm the coolest room in Blackton, and her fearless personality made even professors nervous. The two girls had become inseparable after surviving brutal freshman year together, sharing midnight noodles in their dorm room while dreaming about futures far from the suffocating world of the elite. 3 days before the winter break, Maya noticed Harper changing. The bright spark in her roommate's hazel eye dimmed beneath exhaustion and fear. Harper stopped attending parties hosted by the powerful Ashbourne Cycle, a secretive group of wealthy students led by cold-eyed Julian Mercer and elegant socialite Celestine Vale. Rumors swirled constantly around the group. Some students believed they manipulated grades, bought teachers, or used family connections to silence scandals before they reached the press. Harper refused to explain anything at first, but Maya caught her crying one night while staring at encrypted bank statements on her laptop. Harper admitted she discovered something terrible hidden inside the academic's financial network. Millions of dollars had been moving through fake student investment accounts connected to parents of the Ashbourne Cycle. The money wasn't just stolen, it was laundering fraud profits from shell companies across Europe and the United States. Harper whispered that she planned to expose everyone before New Year's Eve. Maya begged her to go to the police, but Harper only took her head. "They own the police," she said quietly. "If anything happens to me, promise you will look deeper." The next evening, Blackton Academy hosted its annual winter gala inside the glass-domed observatory overlooking the Charles River. Students danced beneath strings of silver lights, while a quartet played slow jazz beside an indoor fountain. Maya spent most of the night searching for Harper, who had disappeared shortly after receiving a text message. Snow hammered against the dome overhead as unease tightened inside Maya's chest. When she finally stepped outside into the frozen courtyard, she found flashing ambulance lights painting the snow red and blue. Students crowded near the edge of the cliffside terrace overlooking the river bank below. Maya pushed through the crowd, her heartbeat roaring in her ears. Harper's body lay motionless against the black ice beneath the terrace wall. At the funeral held in century-old church near Beacon Hill, wealthy students wore designer black coats and fake expression of grief. Maya sat alone in the final pew while rain battered the stained glass windows overhead. Harper's parents looked distraught, their trembling hands clutching each other as priests recited prayers about peace and heaven. Maya barely heard any of it. Her mind replayed Harper's last words over and over. "If anything happens to me, promise you will look deeper." After the ceremony, Maya returned to Blackton Academy, carrying Harper's scarf wrapped tightly around her hands. Inside their dorm room, she discovered Harper's laptop missing from beneath the bed. Panic surged through her. Someone had entered the room during the funeral. Then Maya noticed a folded note tucked inside her economic textbook. It contained only one sentence, written in Harper's handwriting: "Trust nobody in Blackton." Below the sentence was a password. That night, while freezing rain struck the dormitory windows, Maya launched into the academic's private server using the password Harper left behind. Hidden folders began opening across the screen: student bank accounts, fake charity, encrypted payment logs, and videos of secret meetings involving members of the Ashburn Circle. Maya's hand trembled as she realized Harper had been telling the truth. The deeper she searched, the more horrifying the evidence became. Then another file opened unexpectedly. A security camera recording. The footage showed Harper standing on the observatory terrace during the gala. She looked terrified. Seconds later, a shadow emerged behind her. The video cut to black. Maya stared at the screen, breathless, as thunder rolled across Boston Harbor. Someone had murdered Harper Lane. The days following Harper's death transformed Blackton Academy into a kingdom of paranoia. Students lowered their voices whenever Maya entered a room, and conversation ended abruptly. She walked through the hallways. The administration insisted Harper's death was an unfortunate accident caused by icy conditions, but Maya noticed how quickly the school erased every trace of her friend. Harper's debate award disappeared from display cases. Her name vanished from the academic website within 48 hours. Even teachers who once praised Harper avoided speaking about her. It felt as if Blackton itself was swallowing the truth whole. Maya slept with Harper's scarf wrapped around her shoulders and spent every night secretly exploring the hidden files. Maya nearly exposed herself one evening while hiking into the academic archives from the library basement. As lines of encrypted code streamed across her screen, footsteps echoed through the dark cell behind her. She slammed the laptop shut just as a tall figure emerged from between the shelves. Ethan Cole leaned casually against the bookshelves, his charcoal coat dusted with snowflakes. Unlike most Blackton students, Ethan never carried himself like royalty, despite coming from one of Boston's richest families. Rumor claimed he made more money trading stock at 16 than some hedge fund managers made in years. Maya disrupted them instantly. Wealth always came with secrets at Blackton. Ethan studied her carefully before placing a steaming coffee cup beside her laptop. "You've been digging into things that could get you expelled," he said quietly. Maya's pulse tightened. She demanded to know why he was following her, but Ethan only glanced towards the security cameras mounted overhead. "Because whoever killed Harper is watching you now." His voice carried no humor, only warning. Over the following week, Maya and Ethan formed a reluctant alliance built on suspicion rather than trust. Ethan revealed that Harper had approached him shortly before her death, seeking help tracing suspicious transactions connected to Blackton's student investment fund. He admitted he ignored her warnings because he assumed the fraud was another game wealthy families played to avoid taxes. Guilt haunted him now. Together, Maya and Ethan began secretly mapping the financial network hidden beneath the academic's polished reputation. They met in abandoned lecture halls, quiet cafes, along Cambridge streets, and once inside the underground tunnels beneath the old science building where steam pipes rattled like ghosts. During those nights, Maya discovered unexpected warmth beneath Ethan's controlled exterior. He listened when she spoke about her mother working double shifts in Baltimore to keep their apartment. He confessed that his own father cared more about quarterly profits than family. Slowly, trust grew between them like fragile fire in winter darkness. One snowy Saturday, Ethan invited Maya to his private investment workplace, hidden above an antique bookstore in Beacon Hill. Multiple monitors displayed live market charts, while notebooks filled with startup ideas covered the oak desk. Ethan explained he had been developing a financial app designed to help low-income students access scholarships and manage educational expenses without predatory loans. Harper once encouraged him to expand the idea into a real company. Maya immediately recognized the app's potential and began improving the software interface using coding skills she taught herself online as a child. Their late-night collaboration evolved into something electric. From the first time since Harper's death, Maya felt alive rather than consumed by grief. Yet, danger remained close behind them. The threat arrived after midnight. Maya returned to her dorm room to find every drawer emptied across the floor. Her mattress had been slashed open. Harper's remaining notebook were shredded into tiny pieces, scattered like snow. On the wall above Maya's bed, written in dark red paint, were five terrifying words: "Stop digging, or you are next." Maya stumbled backward in horror. Before she could react, her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She answered with shaking hands. A distorted voice whispered through the speaker, "You should have let Harper die alone." The line disconnected. Outside the dormitory windows, Blackthorn Academy stood silent, beneath falling snow, while somewhere in the darkness, someone watched Maya Binet very carefully. Fear followed Maya everywhere after the threat appeared on her wall. She began taking shadows before entering elevators and locking her dorm room 3 times each night. Every ordinary sound, the creak of staircase wood, distant footsteps in hallways, doors shutting against winter wind, made her pulse race uncontrollably. Ethan insisted she moved temporarily into a guest suite inside his family's penthouse overlooking Boston Common. But Maya refused at first. Pride remained the only thing Blackthorn had not stripped away from her. Yet, after discovering someone hacked into her email and deleted portion of Harper's evidence, she realized staying alone inside the academy was dangerous. The penthouse astonished her when she finally agreed. Floor-to-ceiling windows, revealing the glowing skyline stretching toward the harbor, while expensive paintings lined the walls like museum exhibits. Still, the vast apartment felt strangely empty. Ethan admitted his parents spent most of the year overseas, chasing business deals, leaving staff members to maintain the illusion of family life. Wealth, Maya realized, could create loneliness just as brutal as poverty. While hiding inside the penthouse, Maya and Ethan worked obsessively on both Harper's investigation and their startup. Ethan officially launched the platform under the name Veridian, promoting it as an educational finance network designed to help scholarship students build safe investment habits. Maya handled coding, cybersecurity, and interface design, while Ethan secured early investors through private connections. To their shock, the app exploded across the university communities within weeks. Influential bloggers praised Veridian for helping students manage tuition debt transparently. Money began flowing into their company rapidly enough to attract attention from venture capital firms in New York and San Francisco. For the first time in her life, Maya glimpsed the possibility of genuine independence. She imagined paying off her mother's debt, leaving Blackthorn forever, and building a future untouchable by fear. Yet, Harper's memory refused to let her move on completely. One freezing night, Maya uncovered a hidden folder buried deep within Harper's encrypted files. Inside were videos recorded secretly during Ashburn Cycle meetings. The footage showed Julian Mercer and Celestine Vale discussing financial transfers connected to political bribery and corporate fraud. Then another figure entered the frame, Headmaster Aldrich. Maya's blood turned cold as a respected leader of Blackton Academy calmly approved illegal transactions worth millions. Harper had not merely uncovered student corruption, she had discovered an empire involving elite families, school executives, and powerful investors across multiple countries. Ethan immediately urged Maya to take the evidence directly to federal authorities, but Maya hesitated. Harper trusted nobody because corruption reached everywhere. If the wrong people learned about the files, they would disappear forever, and so could Maya and Ethan. Tension between them erupted violently the next day. Ethan accused Maya of risking both their lives by refusing outside help. Maya fired back that rich people always believed the system protected them, while ordinary people paid the price for trust. Hot flashed across Ethan's face before he quietly admitted his father was connected to Julian Mercer's banking network years ago, although Ethan claimed he never participated in the fraud. Maya felt betrayal slice through her chest. She stormed into the freezing Boston street alone, ignoring Ethan calling after her. Snow swirled around neon-lit intersections while anger and heartbreak collided inside her. She wandered towards the Charles River until a black SUV suddenly stopped beside the sidewalk. Two masked men grabbed her before she could scream. Maya woke inside an abandoned warehouse near the harbor, her wrist tied painfully to a metal chair. Julian Mercer stood before her, wearing a perfectly tailored navy coat, his calm expression more terrifying than rage. Harbor fog drifted through broken windows behind him while cargo ships groaned somewhere in the darkness outside. Julian admitted Harper had threatened to destroy families worth billions of dollars. People like us survive because we control the narrative, he said coldly. Harper forgot her place. Maya fought to hide her fear as Julian stepped closer. He offered her a deal: delete every file, shut down the investigation, and Veridian would receive unlimited financial backing. Refuse, and both she and Ethan would disappear permanently. Before Maya could answer, gunshots exploded through the warehouse. Chaos erupted instantly. Armed federal agents stormed the building while Julian's security team scattered into the shadows. Ethan appeared beside the entrance, shouting Maya's name. He untied her frantically as police lights flooded the harbor outside in violent flashes of blue and red. But Julian Mercer vanished into the night before agents could capture him, and Headmaster Aldrich was still free. Boston erupted into scandal after the warehouse raid leaked to the media. News helicopters circled above Blackton Academy, while reporters crowded outside the iron gates, demanding answers about financial fraud, bribery, and missing student records. Headmaster Aldrich publicly denied all accusations during a televised press conference, presenting himself as the victim of fabricated conspiracy theories created by unstable students. Wealthy parents rushed to protect their families, while lawyers descended upon the academy like vultures. Yet, federal investigators quietly froze several offshore accounts connected to the Ashburn cycle, confirming portions of Harper's evidence were real. Maya watched the chaos unfold from Ethan's penthouse. Exhaustion carved deep beneath her eyes. She should have felt victorious. Instead, fear lingered constantly because Julian Mercer remained missing. Every unknown car near the building made her tense. Every late-night phone notification felt like another threat waiting to happen. The fragile peace shattered 2 days later. Celestine Vale contacted Maya, secretly requesting a meeting at an abandoned theater in the South End district. Against Ethan's advice, Maya went alone, carrying a hidden recording device inside her coat pocket. Dust floated through the theater's ruined balconies, while faded velvet curtains swayed above the stage. Celestine appeared exhausted and terrified rather than glamorous. She revealed Gillian Mercer planned to flee the country within 48 hours, using forged diplomatic documents arranged through powerful wealthy family connection. Worse still, Headmaster Aldrich intended to destroy every remaining financial record linking Blackton Academy to fraud network before federal investigators secured them. Celestine admitted Harper never intended to expose the scandal publicly at first. She only wanted proof strong enough to force the group to stop, but Julian panicked after learning Harper copied sensitive files. Tears filled Celestine's eyes as she whispered the truth to Maya, dreaded hearing this. Julian pushed Harper from the observatory terrace. Maya's chest tightened painfully while rage crashed through her like fire. Celestine handed her a flash drive containing backup records and confessed she could no longer live with the guilt. Before Maya could respond, gunfire thundered from the theater entrance. Celestine collapsed instantly, blood staining her ivory coat. Maya screamed and ducked behind the stage as armed men rushed into the building. Julian Mesa stepped from the shadows, holding a silenced pistol, fury burning across his face. He blamed Maya for destroying everything his family spent decades building. Maya fled through backstage corridors, while bullets shattered mirrors and ancient wood around her. Her heartbeat roared, definitely, as she sprinted towards the alley exit. Outside, snowstorm swallowed the narrow street. Julian pursued her relentlessly through the freezing darkness until police sirens suddenly echoed nearby. Ethan arrived with federal agents moments later after tracking Maya's phone location. Julian attempted escape across the icy rooftops above the alley, but one misstep sent him crashing through a glass skylight into the abandoned theater below. By the time officers reached him, Julian Mesa lay motionlessly.